I just arrived to Lombok for the first time. This year I heard so many people saying that Lombok nowadays is actually better than Bali, so I really had to see it for myself. So in this video I will investigate around Kuta, Lombok area, which is the most popular spot to stay here. You will see exactly how are the beaches, the vibe, surfing, activities, lifestyle, accommodation, as well as if it's less busy and more cheap than in Bali. And in the end, I will share my opinion if it's worth it to leave Bali and come here to Lombok. And this morning I drove to the most famous beach here in Lombok. And it's definitely very beautiful and there's not many people at all. Blue water, white sand and these amazing views. What else can you ask for? The nature is very dry this time of the year. So if you want to see greenery, you should come during the rainy season or just after that. I think this beach is so famous because of the cows that sometimes walk on the beach and it just looks so nice and remote. But yeah, I haven't seen the cows now. I don't know how often they actually walk on the beach. And this beach is known to be the beginner spot for surfing, and at least today it's very beginner, like there's just tiny waves and there's actually quite many people surfing, which is surprising because that's what I heard, that Lombok is so nice for surfing because there's just not so many people, so it's not so crowded than in Bali, so that's why it's so much nicer to learn here. But yeah, this beach doesn't really impress in that way. But yeah, I will see all the different surfing spots later in the video and see if it's actually way nicer to surf here. That was so amazing. I was swimming and playing with the waves for so long and there's no one around. It really feels like a paradise. But yeah, now it's time to go back to Kuta. And yeah, this place is actually 30 minutes away from Kuta, but the roads are really empty and you can just cruise through it quickly, so it was really peaceful to drive all the way here. But there's also some beaches that are literally next to Kuta, so I will see that soon also if it's as nice as here. And to mention quickly how to get here, there's two options. One is to come with ferry from Panang Bay in Bali or take a flight. There's international airport actually just 20 minutes away from Kuta here in Lombok, so I would recommend that option. It was actually so nice to come here with plane because it's just 50 minutes flight and it was so comfortable and like, yeah, it was so quick. I was so surprised and I was, boom, suddenly already in Lombok. I was shocked. It was $140 for the flight, so not the cheapest for return ticket from Bali, but I think it's worth it. And the taxi in Lombok was so easy from GoCheck. So yeah, super quick and nice. So I'm here at the Kuta center now, and it's pretty unique place at the moment. Like it feels super remote and local, but at the same time there's so many nice cafes and surprisingly many nice accommodation. I will show mine later. This cafe has even skateboarding place. It definitely has this kind of little surf town vibe. This main road in the center feels like there's a little bit like a lot going on, but the traffic is not bad at all. Like it's flowing always. It's pretty nice still, so not too bad. Look at the Lombok vibes. There's so many like nice places. I would say the vibe in the center and the places they have here is pretty comparable to Uluwatu in Bali. Similar like vibey places like this, but definitely here is a little bit more quiet and more local vibe. It's not so touristy as in Uluwatu, and especially the surrounding areas, not in the center, it's very raw and local vibe, very different than in Uluwatu. It's kind of like, if you like this kind of vibe, it's quite nice and unique here. But yeah, I found this place that looks really awesome for a lunch, so I'm going to try it. This is so beautiful. Let's see how the food is, but yeah, what a place, and there's almost no one here. It's super chill. There's even upstairs some people working here. I feel like this kind of place in Uluwatu would be packed with people always, so this is really nice. So I just met Alex here, and she's been living here for a few months, so she has a lot of good knowledge.
Hi there, I'm Alex, and first of all, when I came to Lombok, it was crazy. I hated this place, and after 1 week I met a lot of people, I found a villa, and right now I really like this place. And here you need to follow the account Lombok lately to know about all of these deals with restaurants. And to be honest, this place, it's like a small village and you will know a lot of nice people here.
Okay, time to try the food. Oh, it's actually really good. and a lot of protein and healthy, and the juice is really good also. It's quite affordable, this kind of dish. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's really good, healthy, and yeah, pretty impressive. Good start for the food in Lombok. Before I go back home to show my Airbnb, I came down to the beach right next to Kuta, Lombok, so I want to check if this would be like a nice place for a daily swim, and it's pretty interesting actually, like it feels like I'm somewhere in Europe or something, this whole area. It's actually not too bad, it's really blue water and nice views, and there's literally no one around. There's a little bit of seaweed, so not the cleanest, but pretty good for a daily swim spot. There's also one beach club here in Mandalika Beach, which looks very beautiful, but there's 250k per person minimum spend to chill here in the beach club, so a little more price, and it's super peaceful here. There's almost no one here. For some reason this beach is not popular at all. Yeah, it seems like the people who stay in Kuta enjoy more of the remote places and surfing and all kind of that kind of vibe. There's not really many like fancy people here, seems like, which is really nice. I like this kind of vibe for sure, and the locals here are actually really friendly also. I've been surprised how friendly everybody are. There's so many random locals just like asking me like, oh, how long are you staying? And then when I answer, just 1 week. Stay longer, please. So it's a good vibe. But now it's time to show around my Airbnb and talk about the accommodation situation here now. But this is a setup here. There's pool area with 2 houses, which one is mine, and then there's a lot of little houses on the side, and also a little restaurant area. The breakfast is actually included in the price, and it's $30 for one of these little houses straight from Airbnb. I will give a proper tour in the next video, but yeah, it's a pretty comfortable place. And yeah, I was really surprised how many nice places like this there was available just for $30 per night, even last minute booking, because a few years ago when I was looking into Lombok there was like nothing like this available. So the situation is actually pretty good now here, no problem with accommodation. I would say in Bali there's definitely more struggle to find something nice like this for this kind of price. And yeah, I really like how peaceful this place is. Just quickly about the fact that Lombok is a Muslim island, the only problem has been during the night 4:30 a.m. I think there's not a mosque here like super close to where I'm staying, but it's still quite loud, and I wake up every night and struggle to fall asleep again when the music is coming. So it's a little bit of an annoyment or like struggle to sleep, but it hasn't been too bad. So as you might know, I love playing paddle in Bali, so I wanted to check out how the situation is here in Lombok. They of course have a goat in the paddle place. So basic Lombok. The place looks pretty nice. It's still a little bit under construction. I think it's brand new. There's some people playing now, one empty court. And yeah, I did check out Playtomic app, what they use here for the bookings, and there was literally no open match at all for the whole week I'm here. So basically it has the same problem than in Uluwatu, that there's just not enough people playing, but even way worse here. So yeah, that's definitely difficult if you're coming here for a few weeks or months or something to get any games. Maybe joining the tournaments could work out. So I just saw one guy who really looked like he's living in Lombok, and I was right, he's living here for 2 years, and he said that the best thing is like how peaceful and private it is, while having a really good community around, like a close little group of people who live here. And next I will go to the most epic exploring in Lombok. You definitely don't want to miss out on this day trip. And to do things like that you definitely need a reliable mobile data for the maps, messaging your friends or the guide, for unexpected events, and for safety reasons. And a great option is to get an eSIM from SIM Local, the sponsor of this video. There are many reasons why I love to use eSIMs on my trips. It's so easy to activate and set up. And you can leave your home SIM card to your phone and manage multiple eSIMs with ease. And the best thing is to have instant access to local networks upon arrival to a new destination. SIM Local has been a trusted brand since 2011 and only partners with leading local providers in over 150 countries. To deliver the fastest possible internet speeds, they also have 5-star customer service satisfaction. So you can say goodbye to expensive roaming fees, searching for strong Wi-Fi connection at the airport, and waiting in lines at the airport for a local SIM card. Unlock a smarter way to travel from the first link in the description and use my discount code YOSE for 10% off. I just drove a few hours to this spot that is amazing, and there's still over 1 hour to the final destination, which is gonna be the most epic waterfall. The first like over 1 hour I was driving middle of like, I was so surprised. Local like cities and towns, and it was so hectic, the traffic was crazy. So I wouldn't really recommend driving here with the scooter. It's probably better to hire a driver, but also driving with the scooter through the local rice fields and mountain villages, like it was insane. It was so nice. I was really like tearing up. It was just so beautiful. But yeah, it's also freezing. Even with a thick hoodie, I'm freezing in the jungle roads. Like sometimes the road literally goes long time through the jungle and the mountains, and yeah, it's really cold. So that's something to know. But yeah, look how beautiful this is. It's insane. It's so peaceful in the mountains and in the jungle. Wow, it's insane. I really appreciate Lombok so much more now when I see all the different areas in the north. Wow. So I'm hiking down to the waterfalls. I got a guide for 200k. You technically don't need the guide, but yeah, I think it's nice to support the local village, and I will feel much safer. Middle of the jungle with a local, not alone. And he didn't let me carry my own bag, so that's also nice. There's way more people here than I expected because the parking lot was completely empty. But yeah, the waterfall is insane. It's really nice. It was so amazing to swim in the waterfall. The water is super cold, so it's like a nature's ice bath. Can't beat this feeling. So I'm having a little pit stop in the Maldives. No, I'm just kidding. I'm next to the Gili Islands now. It's so nice here. The drive is very long. I'm really broken, but the roads are really nice. There's new asphalt all around Lombok, and the views are really nice. I'm driving back to Kuta now, the other way. So yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's very long drive, but definitely worth it. And yeah, I need to mention the Gili Islands, of course. It's the famous spot in Lombok. There's 3 islands there. I've been there a few times. It's really nice, actually, island vibe, and a lot of turtles to snorkel with. So that's definitely something to experience if you haven't yet. And if you're staying in Kuta for a while, it's easy to come here for a little vegan trip getaway for sure. So before I show around my favorite beach, I just wanted to show you quickly how it is in the evening in Kuta during the weekend. So Alex was showing me around a couple of spots. So first of all, Bush Radio for dinner. It was really good food and so beautiful and vibey place, very nice and quite affordable. And we played also some ping pong in this other place, and yeah, it's just really beautiful during the evening. And generally it's very lively around the center area. There's live music in many places and pretty busy and lots going on, and so many vibey restaurants. And she showed me these clips from Friday when there was a surf competition, and then a lot of people went to Surfers Bar, and it was really turning up. It looks like a proper party. So apparently Kuta is not really a party place, but there's a couple of little bars for Friday and Saturday and some other days.
Don't stop believing that we'll rise up to the system that we wise up until we standing strong again.
So I came to check out this Tanjuan beach. My friend said that this is the best beach in Lombok, and also I was recommending this Boom Boom beach bar. And yeah, I get why people hyping about this place. It looks incredible, and this beach is so cool. It's just middle of nowhere and so peaceful here. I get why people like Lombok when they come to this kind of beach all the time. And I got myself a coconut. This is the definition of enjoying life. And there's sort of surfing happening in front of me. I think this is the most popular spot to surf in Kuta, Lombok area. 60 minutes away, this beach from Kuta. And yeah, the surfing looks incredible. The water is so blue and the views are insane, and the waves look also really good waves. But what I'm surprised at is that it's so crowded. Like there's so many people. And what I was told like a year or two ago in Bali, that someone told me that it's so nice to learn to surf in Lombok because there's like empty waves, there's not so many people surfing here, but it's so crowded actually. So that's what I'm surprised that it's not anymore, definitely. like that you can surf alone in a wave where there's no one else there, but it still looks incredible. But I guess compared to Bali it's still better here, like less crowded. And on the beach there's a little bit of seaweed here. In the middle of this beach it was really dirty, like really bad actually, and on the other side of this long beach it's really clean, also a nice spot to swim. Yeah, the water also not the cleanest here, but the boom boom bar is just the best vibe. But yeah, on the other side of the beach is maybe a little bit better for swimming. They do also rent boards in this place. It's same price than in Bali, 50k for the boat rental and 50k for the boat if you want to take a boat out. And if you're working online while you are staying here in Kuta, Lombok, there's a couple of co-working spaces here, but very small ones. But I have been trying to work in some of the cafes, and now I'm here in Terra, and look at this. It's the fastest Wi-Fi I ever seen in Indonesia. It's crazy. It's faster than Bali, which is shocking. Just like a random restaurant cafe here. And yeah, the food also looks really good. Let's try it. It's pretty good. It's big portion and very healthy. And the price was pretty decent. $6 for this. But for working spot like this, very beautiful with the fastest Wi-Fi, it's worth it. And my experience so far in the restaurants in Lombok is that I also worked in Genza yesterday, and it was really beautiful spot, good place to work. The Wi-Fi not the fastest, but it was okay, and the food kind of like here, not the best ever, but it was decent and a little bit cheaper than usually in similar place it would be in Bali. Especially compared to Uluwatu, I would say that the food here is as good as in Uluwatu, but a little bit cheaper. It's a small place, but there is a proper big supermarket, which is actually pretty nice for a longer stay. And there's also a couple of really nice looking gyms, one even with recovery center, but I will show more of that in the next video where I will talk more of the cost of living here in Lombok compared to Bali and if it's good for long stay. So subscribe to not miss out on that video and like this video if you're liking it so far. Okay, so I came to this one incredible spot for sunset and I have a lot to talk about. Basically I hike all the way from behind all these cliffs to here running because I thought I lost my drone. It disconnected when it was all the way here, so I run here and then when it finally connected I almost ran out of battery. It was back where I started, but I managed to fly it back here and at least now I'm in a spot where there's no one else. Oh yeah, and I also had a coconut until a monkey stole it, which was, I mean, I'm not complaining. It was kind of cool encounter with monkey family. There's a lot of monkeys in these hills, which is actually really cool. It's really cool spot. Like there's so many incredible cliffs and hidden beaches, and yeah, definitely this beach all the way here is something from dreams. Like I would hike down here and swim alone during the day. It would be incredible. Someone is living the dream right now. That's so nice. I don't think this could happen in Bali. So yeah, I think this is definitely the best sunset spot near Kuta. It's incredible. I've been trying quite many different sunset spots. The sunsets haven't been nice really any day I've been here. There's always clouds. I don't know if it's usually like that or am I just super unlucky. But the spots are really cool. There's so many different cliff and beach spots to watch sunset, and yeah, I will put some of here, the main spots I have seen. And yeah, the experience for Lombok has been that is pretty incredible. When I first arrived, I had the same experience than Alex, that like what is this place, especially now when it's the dry season, everything just look very dry. Like the nature is so weird, it's just so empty. Like it felt like something bad happened here, like why there's nothing. But then the more I'm here, the more I appreciate like this, like how peaceful it is, how much nature there is with no people around. And the Kuta center is still really lively, and there's a lot of like nice people to meet and activities to do and a lot of food and like all the conveniences and nice things are there. But then there's just endless this just cliffs and nature and beaches and like it's insane. So I would say that when people say that Lombok is better than Bali, that doesn't really make sense because it's very different. Of course, like yeah, the day trip also was incredible. I will never forget that. Like that was incredible. Like to experience this, like I would highly recommend coming here for 4 days up to 8 days, and it's insane. Like, it's really something unique and really good experience. I highly recommend. But would I move here? Would I live here for a few months? I will talk more on that in the next video, and the cost of living for long term. So subscribe and don't miss out on that.